What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. It is Christmas Eve. You may be watching this on Christmas Day if you found time, if not Boxing Day, but we're going to do my Game Week 19 team selection at time of recording. Things could change if there are more cancellations. I am recording on Christmas Eve afternoon as I'm saying now. Game Week 19 starts in a couple of days. We've just had cancellation of the Everton-Burnley game, but we're going to talk through what I would do with my team because I don't own any players from that game, so that didn't impact me too much, but there are a couple of games which are potentially in doubt, the Norwich against Arsenal game being one of them. But we'll quickly review how I got on in Game Week 18 and then we'll get onto my team selection. I hope you're all well, enjoying the Christmas period and any time off, work, school, whatever it is that you are getting. So I made one free transfer and I sold Gallagher to Odegaard of Arsenal. Now this allowed me to put out 9 players. Gallagher did not have a fixture, his game was cancelled, and Odegaard had a really nice fixture. He did get a return, which is good. He got 7 points with 2 bonus points and an assist. He was so involved and I was actually really enjoying just watching him play. I know he's an Arsenal player and I support Chelsea, but it was just a joy to watch him play in the way he controlled that midfield. So definitely a player I'm actually quite happy to have in my squad just from a sort of enjoyment of watching him play point of view. In terms of my team, Ramsdale got 2, no clean sheet along with White because White gave away that penalty, but Trent, Cancelo and James all getting returns, those premiums paying up once again, and Cancelo with a big 18-pointer, really going into Game Week 18 with a big score, with a goal, assist, maximum bonus points and that clean sheet as well. What a return. Any of you guys who captained Cancelo in Game Week 18 did really well. Let me know in the comments if that was you. In the midfield, again, Salah didn't get anything, so he was my captain. Odegaard with his 7, Bernardo Silva 2 with a blank, hasn't returned since I brought him in, and Diego Jota once again getting his goal. And up front with my bench as well, Watkins didn't play, Ronaldo didn't play, Nori didn't play, although Wolves kept a clean sheet against Chelsea. Bowen again didn't have a fixture and Davies didn't have a fixture. So overall, I was going to take a potential hit to bring in both Lacazette and Foden, and now this was a good thing that I didn't go and do it. I got 55 overall and that would have been a -4, and the one player that I brought in Odegaard outscored the combination that was Foden and Lacazette. So I'm happy with the transfer I made. I got 55 overall, which was above the average of sort of the total game, but slightly below the average overall. It moved my overall score up to 1,180, so way above the 1,000 club. A game week rank of 1.5 million, and it did give me a small green arrow. I was at 36k. I've moved down to 40k, but this isn't really something that I'm that concerned of. Pretty happy with that game week, given that I only put out sort of 9 players. It was going to be 10 if Nori played, but he didn't. Isn't back from fitness yet, so we'll think about maybe I need to sell him going into Game Week 19. A small red arrow, but I'm still pretty happy with where I am halfway through the season. Let me know how you got on Game Week 18, but now let's get into the most important part, my potential transfers for Game Week 19 and my team selection. Just before we go and do that, a very, very quick reminder of my December charity giveaway. We are raising money in December, only a few days left, for a charity called Action for Children. If you just want to watch the videos, 10p for every new subscriber. Join as a member, have great fun as a tier 2 member in our group chat, super chat in streams, or just give that donation on a thanks on a video. All of that goes to charity in the month of December. So as I said, just watch the videos or subscribe if you are new is also doing your bit. And I appreciate everyone that has already joined in a member, either at my tier 1 level or my tier 2 level. But my potential transfers for Game Week 19, 3 players that I could transfer out. As it says down below, I have 0.4 million and only 1 transfer to use going into Game Week 19. Salah is here. Now, I can't believe I've ever thought that I would consider selling Salah. However, he has a blank this week, then plays away at Leicester in Game Week 20, plays away at Chelsea in Game Week 21, before playing 2 blank game weeks as he'll be going away to the African Cup of Nations and missing Game Weeks 22 and 23. So I do think there's a chance that you can sell Salah and get some real gains over this short term over those people that are holding on to him. Nori again seems to be injured and Wolves' game is now cancelled, and Davies again is a player that sits on my bench. It's no problem to have him, but maybe I want to strengthen my bench a little bit more given how many games we are having cancelled at the moment. Next up, we have potential replacements. So I'm definitely looking at those Spurs fixtures. Son, Reguilon, they looked so good against Liverpool. Reguilon coming back into the team now that we see that Sessegnon is out injured, playing in that left back position. So Reguilon should be there to start. Son looks so good, both from open play and taking set pieces as well. So he could definitely be a potential Salah replacement. And they have a really nice run of fixtures over the next 3 or 4 games. And then up front, I was looking at the likes of Josh King, but Watford don't have a game. I was then potentially looking at Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but the Everton game is now cancelled. So if I was going to go somewhere up front, I think Antonio is probably the only one that I would want this week, given they have a good fixture against Southampton. However, I'm not really sold on bringing Antonio back into my team quite yet, especially with the way he's played recently. So those potential transfers could be Salah, Aït-Nouri, Davies could leave. So Salah to Son, Aït-Nouri to Reguilon, or Davies up to Antonio. But I really think Salah to Son and maybe Aït-Nouri to Reguilon is really the focus I have at the moment. So with that in mind, let's have a look now at my potential lineup for Game Week 19, transfers and captaincy. Just before we go through this, I want to have a quick reminder that I'm recording on Christmas Eve on the 24th. So if there are more games cancelled, then this could change. I am not confirming any of my transfers until very close to that Game Week 19 deadline, in case I need to play my free hit, in case there are more games cancelled. So I am waiting right up until that Game Week 19 deadline before I make any moves. So they have not been confirmed. However, at time of recording, I think I will make 2 moves. Salah and Aït-Nouri out. Aït-Nouri has been a potentially good transfer because Wolves have kept 2 clean sheets in 2. Their game is now cancelled and he doesn't look like he's back fit and training. So he should be out for a foreseeable future as well. But Salah in there, he's been so good. Not been that explosive recently, but ticking along and been such a good captaincy shout for so many of us for so many game weeks. However, I just think that those couple of fixtures afterwards, away at Leicester and away at Chelsea, although Leicester have been poor defensively, I'm not sure how explosive he'll be. And then there are the 2 blank game weeks, and I think going for Son really could make it worthwhile taking that jump, taking that gamble to get rid of Salah, because I know a lot of people will want to hold on to him. And then currently going with Reguilon as my potential replacement for him. So Reguilon and Son, 2 Spurs players coming in. It could be Davies of Spurs if I wanted to save a bit of money, but that is my potential transfers for this week. So let's see how I will line up with the players that don't have a fixture, because I still own a few of them in my team, but hopefully I can put out a full 11 with these 2 transfers. We start in goal, Ramsdale. He's not had a couple of clean sheets in the past few weeks, but Norwich away is definitely a good fixture. He only conceded in Game Week 18 because of a penalty that was given away against Leeds. I do think they can keep a clean sheet this week, and Ramsdale, of course, is my only keeper. Currently have a fixture going ahead, although the Arsenal-Norwich game is in a slight bit of doubt from what we are hearing on social media, but of course, Ramsdale starts for me. In defence, we add James. So Aston Villa away. Yes, Aston Villa have been a bit better. Chelsea haven't been that good going forward, but the clean sheets are still coming in for him, and of course he's starting because we know what he can do from both an attacking point of view and then that defensive clean sheet potential as well. Next up, we add that new signing of double Tottenham, Reguilon and Son coming in. A really nice fixture at home to Crystal Palace in Game Week 19 for them. Hopefully some points, hopefully some goals and assists for Son and a clean sheet for Reguilon. Crystal Palace have been mixed. They were really good at the start of the season. Have had a couple of good games recently, but did go through a bit of a patch where they weren't performing as well. So a bit up in the air about what we're going to get from them, but I do think there's a chance that these Spurs assets that I'm bringing in can get some points this week. Next up, double Manchester City in Cancelo and Bernardo. So again, I think they should both start. They both had a nice period of time off, and I think they're in Manchester City's strongest lineup at the moment. Cancelo is Cancelo. He scores points for fun. Bernardo, he hasn't been quite at it in the past couple of game weeks, so I'm hoping to get a bit of a bounce back from him, get in amongst those sort of tapping goals that he has had in the past few weeks, as well as that worldie he scored a few game weeks ago. Hopefully my first attacking return for Bernardo Silva can come in Game Week 19 against Leicester. Next up, we add double Arsenal to add onto the Ramsdale, so triple Arsenal. White comes in to be double Arsenal defence again. They've been good defensively. I really do need a clean sheet from them this week against Norwich, given that I have 2 of them in my team. Now, Ramsdale and White's ownership is only going to go up and up, but I am hoping for a clean sheet given I have 2. And Odegaard, now I'm just hoping he can get close to the likes of Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Saka, Lacazette, who've been returning so well recently. Odegaard is cheap in comparison to a lot of those other Arsenal midfielders in Smith Rowe, Lacazette and Saka, so I am just hoping for a few points, just tick along again. It is a good fixture. I am happy owning him, but maybe he's not as explosive as some of those other options. To complete my midfield, we add in Jared Bowen of West Ham, Southampton at home. Southampton have been poor recently. West Ham haven't looked that great, but Bowen is definitely a player full of confidence at the moment. He scored in the Cup midweek despite losing to Spurs there. I am expecting a bit of a bounce back from West Ham, and I think Bowen is definitely one of the players, given he takes some set pieces and then is a threat from open play as well, given the way he plays sort of in combination with Antonio sort of up front, linking well with him. I do think there's a good chance of returns. Now up front, we start start with Cristiano Ronaldo with a great fixture away at Newcastle. I'm so happy that I have him. A lot of people are looking to bring in either Ronaldo or Son this week, but I'm very happy that I have both of them this week. Players with free hit will own both of these, but people not playing their free hit are unlikely to have both of them unless they're taking maybe a -8 in order to get them in. Let me know if you've got Ronaldo or you've got Son in your team. Maybe you've got both or are trying to find a way to get them in. Finally, in my team, we have Ollie Watkins, who is against Chelsea, is against Reece James. But if you look at my bench, Foster, Trent, Jota, Davies, none of these guys have a fixture. So if there is a late cancellation, although most of the games take place very soon after the deadline on Sunday, only Manchester United play on Monday evening. So we're hoping that by the time we go to the deadline, that we're pretty certain that the games that are still going to take place in Game Week 19 will go ahead. So Watkins are in there. I do have a full 11, a 4-4-2, no bench to cover if anyone doesn't start or gets injured in the warm-up or anything like that. But I'm still pretty happy at time of recording that I have a full 11 with a -4. As I say, if there's any more postponements, I will likely have to play my free hit this week. But we did get another one. We did get a free hit a couple of days ago. So let's use it for what it's meant to be used for if there are more postponements. But if it stays as is, then I will be going in with a team that looks like this in Game Week 19. But finally, the final question we need to ask ourselves is our Game Week 19 captain. Who should we be captaining this week now that we don't have the perma captain Salah that we've had every week? Who is the armband going on? So within my lineup, I think there are three main captaincy options for Game Week 19. Son, Crystal Palace at home, Cancelo, given how he's playing Leicester at home, and Ronaldo, Newcastle away. Now, I don't think it's going to be Cancelo because although he's been good, Leicester is still scoring goals. So I don't necessarily think that clean sheet is as nailed as maybe some of the other games that we've had for Manchester City recently. At time of recording, my vice captain is Son, and my captain will be Cristiano Ronaldo in that Monday night game, the last game of the game week, to hopefully give me that big boost. But that is my team for Game Week 19 at the moment. No transfers have been made. If you have questions about your team, drop them in the comments section down below and I will make sure to answer them before the deadline. I will be streaming on Sunday before the deadline, and you can ask me over on Twitter as well. If you have enjoyed a bit of Christmas spirit, do consider liking, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you get a reminder of streams, of videos, all the updates as we try and reach 14k subscribers before the end of the year. I hope you have enjoyed. Have a lovely Christmas, everyone, and I will see you all again very soon.